Imagine if you had to communicate with someone who spoke an entirely different language from you. Neither you nor the other person knew a single word of the other person's language. What would you do? This is a problem that humans face when trying to communicate with machines. Machines speak a completely different language, yet we're able to communicate with them, which makes it possible to do things like play games, check our bank accounts, order dinner, and almost every other aspect of human life. How is that possible? And where did it all begin? The idea of coding has been around since the 1800s. It all began with the punch cards that were used in the textile industry. Textile refers to clothing, rugs, blankets, things like that. Instead of producing these items by hand, which takes a really long time, punch cards were used in order to tell a machine where to put thread so that blankets and rugs could be produced quickly with complicated designs. Cut to 1822. A mathematician named Ada Lovelace thought she could take the punch cards used to produce textiles and instead use them to do computations. She's considered the world's first computer programmer. Unlike previous thinkers who saw the potential for machines to only do numerical calculations, Lovelace saw the potential for manipulating symbols of any type, like letters and musical notes. Indeed, Lovelace predicted that one day a computer might even be able to play music and compete in chess, which must have seemed impossible for a computer in the 1800s, especially when we consider computers can't count. In fact, computers on their own aren't very smart. They use electronic switches, on-off buttons, that we can think of like a light switch. These switches, or code, are binary. They use two digits, 0 and 1. 0 is off and 1 is on. Coding is a way to tell computers what you want them to do in a language that they understand, in this case, ones and zeros. Take this for example. It might not look like anything to us, but these numbers are actually saying things.
Hello.
In this case. Lovelace understood that these numbers could represent different things, like letters in this example. So as long as specific rules were set up that both computers and humans could understand and interpret, they could communicate. These rules, or code, are what allow people and computers to understand each other. And everything is code. Shapes, colors, pictures, pixels, music, video, everything is converted into binary code at some point. It looks to us like it's happening in real time, but these calculations are all happening behind the scenes. So let's give it a shot. Here's a message written out in binary code. Using what you can find online, see if you can crack the code.